All right, this is going to be the last one. So we are finishing up that last example, number 4. We're going to have a chat about what it means when the domain is all real values of x, and then you could be on your merry way to do your homework. So when last we met, we were working on example number 4, and we had done the problem letting cosine of x equal a, and we got it down to here. So now we're going to do the same thing, but instead of using a, we're going to use cosine of x. So I'm just trying to show you that it's the same as what we've done before in the past. So we're going to do the hop, skip, and the jump with the 6 and the -4. So we're going to say what multiplies to give me -24, that adds to give me -5. And so just like we got over here, it's going to be -8 and +3. And so we're going to split this -5. So we've got 6 cosine squared of x. Then we have -8 cosine of x. We have +3 cosine of x. And then we have -4 equal to 0, just splitting up that 5 cosine of x into 2 parts. So then we're going to combine these two together and say, what do they have in common? So 6 and 8 have a greatest common factor of 2, and they both have a cosine of x. So here, 2 times 3 gives me 6, and cosine of x times cosine of x gives me cosine squared of x. And then 2 cosine of x times -4 gives me -8 cosine of x. Coming over here, these two don't have anything in common, and the value in front of the 3 is positive. So we're just going to factor out a +1, and that leaves us with 3 cosine of x -4. And that's good news because what's inside the parentheses, just dropping things left and right here, what's inside the parentheses does match. Okay, so when it matches, we can factor it out. And when we do that, these are going to divide out and leave me with 2 cosine of x plus 1. And all of that is equal to 0. So we are at this point right now where a is equal to cosine of x. So then I'm going to split it into my two different equations. So I've got 3 cosine of x minus 4 is equal to 0. And I have 2 cosine of x plus 1 equal to 0. So I'm going to focus on this left one first. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. And so we get 3 cosine of x is equal to 4. And then if I divide both sides by 3, we get cosine of x is equal to 4/3. So again, this is a thinker for a second. So remember, we're saying cosine is ca, which means that my adjacent cannot be bigger than my hypotenuse. So this again is not possible. So this is an improper fraction, meaning that it's greater than 1. And if we look at our graph for cosine, the graph of cosine of x can't go greater than 1. So there is no value for theta that's going to allow me to go higher than 1. So that means this is not possible. Okay, so looking at the second one, let me grab a piece of paper because it got a little squished here. So I'm going to subtract a 1 from both sides. So that leaves me with 2 cosine of x equal to -1. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So that means that cosine of x is equal to -1/2. And so again, I can do this with a quadrant plane. So we said start with 1 revolution. So in a quadrant plane, cosine of x would be negative. I'm going to move this over here just so you can see it better. So cosine of x is negative here. Cosine of theta is positive. Cosine of theta is positive. So that means it's over here where cosine is allowed to be negative. So these two triangles right here. And it's saying for ca that my adjacent is -1 and my hypotenuse is +2. So hopefully you're recognizing that that is a 30, 60, 90 triangle, and that our reference angle would be 60 degrees because it's opposite the medium side. So √3 is bigger than 1, but smaller than 2. So if we're talking about a quadrant 2 answer, That's going to be this angle in standard position. So we're saying x plus 60 gives me 180, mean my angle value plus 60 gives me 180. So that makes x equal to 120 degrees. So I'm going to come back to that in a second. And then in my third quadrant, that's going to be 180 plus 60. So quadrant 3, x is equal to 180 plus 60, which puts us into 240 degrees. Okay. So if we did this on a unit circle instead, you will see I get one revolution again from the directions. And I'm saying, where is cosine of x negative 1/2? So it's positive 1/2 in quadrant 1. It's negative 1/2 in quadrant 2. So that tells me it's 120 degrees or 2 pi over 3. It's negative 1/2 in quadrant 3. Whoops, that's my y value. Hold on, right here. That's going to be at 4/3 or 240. And then cosine of x is positive again in quadrant 4. So I'm hoping you notice that if I multiply this by pi over 180, that this value was 2 pi over 3. And then if I multiply this one by pi over 180, that we got theta to be, or x to be 4 pi over 3. So had the top said from 0 to 360, we would be done with 120 and 240. Had it said from 0 to 2 pi, we would be done with 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. But this one says all real values of x. So looking at this unit circle, that means, for example, I've got my cosine value is negative 1/2 here at 120. But I could go around another revolution and I'm back again at this angle measure at 120 plus 360, or 2 pi over 3 plus 2 pi. And I could go around another 2 pi and another 2 pi, or I could go backwards 2 pi. And each time I'm doing that, I'm going to hit back at this point, but I have a new angle measure in radians or in degrees. So typically we're going to want to put it in radians. And so I'm going to use this 2 pi over 3, and I'm going to say plus 2 pi n. So the 2 pi is a single revolution, and n is the number of times I'm either going to go around positive in the counterclockwise way or negative going clockwise. And then the same here, I'm going to say 4 pi over 3 plus 2 pi n. And in both cases, this is going to be where n is an integer. So that's the big difference between principal values, meaning that it can only be in 2 quadrants, one revolution where it could be in 4 quadrants, and then all real numbers where I can keep spinning around and spinning around. So again, you're starting in 1 revolution, putting that answer in radians, and then you're going to add 2 pi n, where n is an integer, to get those all real number values in there.